safety car, safety car, safety car. Slow down, single file guys, single file, safety car, safety car.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another Podium Broadcasting broadcast of the AMF GT Dev Series. Well, this is Season 7, Round 9, and we are at the Nurburgring Grand Prix track. As usual, it's a 45-minute sprint race with one mandatory pit stop. GT3 and GTE mixed class category race. It is partly cloudy, and it is at noon, a 30% track state, and that carries on from practice over to qualifying, and they have a half an hour qualifying session, and then they jump into the race and a different server. I just got a big shout out to our sponsors. Thanks for coming on board. Century Batteries, Lismore. Without you, this race wouldn't be possible. The series wouldn't be possible, actually. So thank you to them for coming on board. Also, we have a new member in the commentary booth tonight, Mitch Wiley. How you going, buddy?
I'm going good, mate. How you going?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I'm pumped for this one to get back in the swing of things. I had last week off, so yeah, let's hopefully we have a good race tonight and we see some good passes and some defensive moves. There's a few corners on this track that you can definitely send it up the inside.
Yeah, definitely turn one. That'll be the one to watch, especially as soon as we start. That'll be where all the carnage happens, maybe. But yeah, see how we go.
Well, hopefully these boys, can do it nice and neat tonight, and hopefully there's not too many accidents or any accident, should I say, and they have some nice green flag racing from start to finish. Look, we only have 42 seconds left of practice. We were in the qualifying server, and I was watching some quick times. Mitch jumped in one of them, I jumped in the other, and there was a big comparison of the times there, wasn't there?
Yeah, definitely big time difference, but qualifying doesn't mean much. I think it all comes down to the racing and see how they can perform.
Yeah, well, that's it. Under pressure when you have a car behind you and a car in front of you, that's what's going to matter, especially in this, as you said, the start. Look, turn 1, turn 2, through the Mercedes stadium there, that's a major bit. Even coming down the back, turn 7 onto the Schumacher Straight, I think it is. That's another one that's a real slow backing up area. So I guess the first lap's going to be a bit full on, and hopefully that they get away and we don't see a safety car.
Yeah, it'd be good. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's it. Fingers crossed. That's all we can do.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so let's jump over to the grid for this evening. Okay, out of P1, Craig Edwards, surprise, Stephen Lattimore out of P2, Nathan Uppitz out of P3, Justin Wallace out of 4th, Philip Morton out of 5th, Chris Whitaker out of 6th, Adam Gardner out of 7th, Wayne Hewitt out of 8th. Then we have 9th is Darren Huxham, David Miller out of 10th. Over the page goes to Gary Cousins in 11th, William Mitchell in 12th, Scott Chambers in 13th, Pat Gallo in 14th, Stephen Bartholomew in 15th, and Ryan Colstead is the race control, so he'll be in the booth. Let's go to the GT3 grid real quick, and we see Kyle Dawson up the front. That's new. Out of P1 there for JP Simshed. Kobe Jones out of P2. Brady McHugh out of 3. Simon Larder out of 4th. Scott Gamble out of 5th. Dean Redder out of 6th. Martin Casey out of 7th. Grant Matterford out of 8th. Benjamin Faulkner out of 9th. BJ Kennedy rounds out the top 10. Over the page, we go to Ben Arthur, and Kester Mack is in the race control as well, so he won't be taking the grid tonight. Obviously, you can't do race control and talk at the same time, and race, should I say.
I'd take my hat off to him if he could.
I don't know. It'd make some interesting racing, wouldn't it?
It would. Very interesting.
That's it. Trying to call mistakes. If someone cuts you off or whatever, that's it. Black flag him. Chuck it. That's it. He's got a 30-second stop hold penalty.
If it was the other way around, I reckon he'd just not even worry about it.
Yeah, I didn't see that. All right, let's go to the weather for this evening. It's mostly cloudy. Ambient temperature is 20. The track is 26 degrees, so it's really good. The wind is 10 k's now, and the humidity is 1. So, as you can see, this lovely shot, you can see the GT3s just in the background there. There's a 30-second or 10-second minimum, should I say, the difference of the start to them. So as we're coming around the last corner, as you can see, Craig Edwards just put his foot down. That's what's going to matter. Is he going to get a gap into turn 1? As they come over the crest of the hill, you can see them all spanning out wide. Let's see what happens into turn 1. Craig Edwards has got a bit of a lead over Steve Lattimore at the moment. They're going to play nice at the moment, and hopefully no one goes through and gets a little bit of front tail action there.
Drops back to 3rd. Oh, no.
No, he's still in there.
Making the move again.
He's not giving it up at all.
GT3s are just coming into turn 1. 3 wide into turn 1.
Well, a couple of cars running wide there. That's got Brady McHugh. I think you must be a good luck charm. Oh, a little bit of rubbing there.
Oh, you spoke too soon.
Yeah, Benjamin Faulkner there. Up against Martin Casey.
But other than that, everyone's got off to a very, very clean start.
Well, there you go. We haven't cursed anyone, so no one's going to be mad at us. Oh.
No. Well, I hope not.
No.
Well, someone's on the grass
That's
going
Brady
into turn
McHugh.
4.
Yeah, they're bunching up in the GT3 category in the top 5 here.
There's a bit of a battle going on in the GTEs. I think it is William Mitchell.
Oh, we've got a crash. Scott Gamble. And Simon Larder.
I missed that one.
Yeah, I think, also Steve Lattimore just got a slowdown by the looks of things.
Oh.
Yeah, he's dropped fast. That's going to give a massive gap to Craig Edwards to pull out a little bit more. Justin Wallace is caught behind Nathan Huppert. But as you can see, Steve Lattimore's dropped down to P7. A little bit of an issue there, but as you look back on the screen, Stephen Bartholomew making a bit of a move over Pat Gallo, but then you've got the 746 of Scott Chambers that was going wide, trying to block Steve as well, trying to make a move into turn 1. These guys are driving all nice and neat tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, look, you know, late in the season, most of the top running guys, as you can see every week, you know, they're all in the top 5 of the championship. We will go through the championship points a little bit later on when everything dies down and calms down a little bit. Yeah, the top 5 in both categories is the top 5 in the championships. So definitely, Justin Wallace getting real close, real personal up the back of Nathan there.
I reckon he'll be pushing to try and catch up to Craig Edwards, because you don't want to give Craig a head start like he's got now.
Well, that's it. He's pulling out. He's got 1.3 at the moment, so we'll watch that. But Steve Lattimore dropped. He's 9th.
He's dropping again.
Yeah, so there's got to be something going on there.
Definitely something going on there for Steve Lattimore, but he will definitely make his way back up to the front.
Yeah, well, there is a mandatory pit stop, so look, if he gets it in early, and if he stays behind these guys and they're going to slow him down, then definitely, why not just jump in the pits? Jump in the pits, get some clean air. The GT3s are not that far behind, so just a little bit of battle up the front of the GT3s actually. Kyle Dawson on the back of Kobe Jones. So obviously Kyle's already dropped a spot, and Kobe's took a spot. Should have saved from the start.
Yes.
So that must have just been done not long ago, because they were very close, and now the gap's opening up a little bit more. Kobe over Kyle. Going back down the order, everyone's pretty much driving nice and neat at the moment. Probably Martin Casey's the closest, coming into turn 1. I don't think there's any brash moves. I don't think he's close enough to make any moves, especially on one of them wide AMGs.
Yeah, they are very wide, them cars.
A lounge chair, isn't it, really? Handles like one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so we are 3 laps in. No one's dropped out of the race so far. And Steve Lattimore's dropped down to 9th. So, and it didn't even register his last lap either on the timing screen. So there might be a little bit of an issue there with his internet, or he's not blinking on my screen or anything like that. It might be technical. We don't know.
No, he's not blinking on mine either, so that is a mystery.
So it must have just been a slowdown, really.
I reckon he's got it, if anything, on that chicane on the back straight.
Yeah.
That's where people will be getting slowed
Car
down.
167, you have a 20-second stop-go penalty for causing collision in lap 1. I repeat, car 167, you have a 20-second stop-go for causing collision on lap 1.
So that's Simon Larder.
That would have been him and Scott Gamble, that contact.
Yep. Down into turn 7. Yeah, but definitely, I think it would be the NGK chicanes that slowed down Steve Lattimore. Spit it out, Steve. Come on. As you see, Pat Gallo and William Mitchell just changing spots there, nice and neat. They're not getting into bumps with each other. So, obviously, if you know the guy's faster, they're going to let him go.
Stephen Lattimore just made the move on...
David Miller.
That's the one.
Car 339, you have a 20-second stop hold for not giving racing room on lap 1, turn 6. I repeat, car 339, you've got a 20-second stop hold for not giving racing room.
That's Brady.
339.
Yeah, Brady McHugh. Yeah, so that's not gonna work out too well either.
No, big penalties too, actually.
Yeah, well, he's third. So he's third at the moment. So
He's
if
third
you can,
and he hasn't moved up any spots or lost any, so...
all right, Craig Evers is out by 1.6 seconds or 1.8 now, as the timing screen refreshes. But Justin Wallace is slightly dropping off the back of Nathan Huppert, and Chris Whitaker is closing the gap.
And Nathan Huppert has got the fastest lap time at the moment too, so...
He has on lap 2.
Yes.
On 152.515. So these guys are doing nice and easy run. So, look, comms box for the first time, Mitch, and these guys are giving you nothing to talk about.
No, but there was just a move made on William Mitchell and Scott Chambers have just swapped spots, so...
Just saw that on the timing screen. I thought I'd focus on that as well.
There's a bit of battle there with the three of them, Pat Gallo, Scott Chambers and William Mitchell, so have to keep a close eye on that one.
Oh, you can see Pat Gallo jumping out wide. Oh, just as he nearly takes out the side of William Mitchell there into turn 1. Had to take a little bit of evasive action there, William did, and go a little bit wide.
Well, that's the
sorry,
thing,
Scott
did.
did.
Room.
Yeah, well, that was a pretty deep lunge there, man. I definitely wouldn't be doing that.
No, not on this track.
No, you got to watch this one. There's so many sneaky little bits. Brady McHugh just jumping in the pits. Obviously, he's going to serve his pit stop, and Scott Gamble is in as well. So that's the 343 car and the 167. Kobe Jones is still leading just over Kyle Dawson. That's on his rear wing. Beamer versus Beamer, surprise, surprise. We see them a lot up the front, but this is a Dev GT series. These are fixed setups. They are matched as much as they possibly can. Every car is matched to be even, shall we say.
Yes. Well, there's a move going on. Chris Whitaker and Philip Morton side by side going into the chicane on the back straight. Philip Morton has pulled out though. Smart move.
Yeah, you don't want to be the inside coming up to them chicanes at all.
No.
'Cause otherwise, yeah, you're going to end up with a penalty for that one.
Yep. And Stephen Lattimore caught right up the back of Adam Gardner. I reckon he'll make the move going into turn 1.
Oh, a little bit deep. He's going to go wide. Let's see what happens when he comes out of it.
Try and get the cut back. Has not worked for him.
Not at all, but he's got the speed. I don't think the next corner is going to give him anything. At all.
No.
See, if I was him, I would have took my pit stop, eh? I would have just jumped in the pits.
Well, Stephen Lattimore was well over nearly a second quicker than Adam Gardner, so I'd say Adam Gardner's holding him up a bit at the moment.
Yeah, just...
Like you said, go in, do your pit stop, get it out of the way.
Yeah, so you've done your compulsory pit stop, right? So that's one, that's one tick there. You're in fresh air, so you can start running fast laps. You know, and then by the time he's going to pit stop, he's going to be like 3 cars behind you.
That's exactly right. We've got Simon Larder in the pits, serving his penalty.
This Kobe Jones, Kyle Dawson fight is still going on at the top of the GT3s. These boys do alright, these GT3
I must say,
drivers.
these BMWs this season have just been unstoppable. For the GT3s, that is.
Yeah, well, if you look at every race win, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure out of the 9 rounds or the 8 rounds that I've already run, they've all been Beamers that's won. And a majority of the top 3 cars have been Beamers again.
That's exactly right.
Oh, just as we hear someone spun in front. Nah, it's just my ears playing tricks on me. Alright, while we have the chance, let's go through the field. Craig Edwards is up front of the GTE class. Nathan Huppert's in P2. Closely followed by Justin Wallace. Philip Morton in 4th. Chris Whitaker in 5th. Wayne G. Hewitt in 6th. Stephen Ladderball behind him, trying to catch up from the mistake of the slowdown in P7. Adam Gardner in 8th. David Miller in 9th. Darren Huxham in 10th. Gary Cousins in 11th. William Mitchell in 12th. Stephen Bartholomew in 13th. Pat Gallo in 14th. Scott Chambers in 15th. Let's go back to the GT3 class where we have Kobe Jones in a close battle with Kyle Dawson, followed by Martin Casey with Dean Reddit following behind. Benjamin Faulkner, BJ Kennedy in 6th.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Steve, but Willie Mitchell's just spun and put it into the wall. Coming up
he has
through... I can't picture where he is on the track.
Let's see if we can try and get a replay of that. It'll be the 911 curse when you drop a wheel.
Yes. Yes. That's dropped him way down the order right now. See if he comes in the pits for repairs. And he does. So he's obviously got a bit of damage on that car. He did hit the ball fairly hard.
Yeah, he is pulling into the pits now. So that's only 5 people out of the whole entire field that have been in the pits.
Yeah. Most of them have been in the pits to serve the penalty.
Yeah, pretty much, eh? Alright, continuing through while we're here. Okay, in 7th is Ben Arthur, 8th in Scott Gamble, Grant Matterford in 9th of the GT3 class, Brady McHugh in 10th, and Simon Lada rounds out the 11 of the GT3 class. As you can see, the GTEs are closing in and starting to lap the GT3s. So this is where things are going to get interesting. We're only on lap 8 of a 24 lap race. We have 30 minutes to go and we have compulsory pit stops of these guys. So hopefully, all in all, nothing goes wrong.
Yes. Fingers crossed for him as the GTEs are actually starting to lap Simon Larder at the moment. Just keeping a close eye on that one, so... And he's not making it easy for him either.
Not at all. Well, the speed differences of the GTE versus the GT3s is not that much, eh?
No, the only place you really get them is through the corners.
Yeah, that's it.
As Stephen Lattimore's made up another spot, so he's back up into 7th.
Oh, another one as well. I don't know why he's not just going to pit. That's weird to me. Why wouldn't you just go in, especially with the championship as well?
You would have thought he would have learnt from where was it? Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Is that the last round, was it? Where...
Mid-Ohio was last round.
Must have been Canadian Tire Motorsport Park then when Craig Edwards come in.
Obviously, someone's trying to
Really?
take the mick out of you in the YouTube chat, bud.
What? Who's saying something?
Mitch, can you tell us your personal opinion on what it's like at the ring with the pit limiter on?
Yeah, I know who that is. Oh, I know who that is.
Dan Page.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't know what he's talking about. Don't know what he's talking about.
Alright, so while everyone's driving all nice and neat, let's go to the championship standings. Craig Edwards up the front of the GTE standings, 1,477 points, followed by Justin Wallace at 1,295. Stephen Lattimore 49 points behind him. That's why I'm not understanding why he's not going in the pit. William Mitchell in 4th spot with 11.59 and Kenneth Latta with 10.55. Over to the GT3 standings, Grant Medford up front on 12.49, followed by Simon Latta in 11.49, so he's down by 100. Tyler Bowen real close to him, and if I'm correct, Tyler's not on track. BJ Kennedy and 1,018, Michael Spithill in 991. So there's a championship as it stands just before this race. So
Yes.
that's why I'm confused and why Steve Lattimore has not jumped into the pits and just got out in some clean air.
Being such a small track too, you probably don't really know what's going through his mind, but Kyle Dawson's made the move on Kobe Jones too for the GT3 lead. As they are right up one another's bum at the moment.
Yeah, but look what's coming through now.
Yeah.
You got some GTEs. Oh, sorry, actually, no, that's William Mitchell.
That's William
So
Mitchell.
he would have came out from having that spin and having an argument with the wall.
Yeah. And unfortunately the wall won.
It did. But technically in the order, this is for position overall. Because
Yes, it
Kyle
would be, 'cause-
Dawson is
yeah.
15th, Kobe Jones is 16th, and William Mitchell is actually 17th on track. But in class, it's a different story. So technically, it is for
Well-
position. There's not going to be a blue flag.
William Mitchell, something's happened there. My JRT screen, he passed them both and then they've just passed him back again.
That would have been over the start-finish line, yeah.
Yeah. They side by side. Bit of a battle going on here for overall position between the two different classes.
Send it. Just send it.
That's it. That's
Alright,
it.
Sly in the YouTube chat. Hello. How you going, buddy? Tyler on the Facebook chat. How's Kenny going?
This is actually working out pretty well for Kyle Dawson.
It is.
He's got a bit of a lead over Kobe Jones now.
Yeah, that's 1.1 second he's got from the GTE coming through.
Yeah.
So, couple of iRacing credits going towards William Mitchell, I think.
Oh, we have a crash on turn one. Benjamin Faulkner, and it looks like Craig Edwards as Justin Wallace goes through for the lead.
Oh no. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. Definitely.
Yes, Justin Wallace is now leading with Craig Edwards second, Philip Morton third, and Nathan Huppert's fourth. So something has happened there.
3-4-2 turned in
Oh no.
on Craig. Benjamin Faulkner turned in on Craig Edwards, and it's cost him the lead of the race. That's big.
And Philip Morton coming up too, right behind. So something's happened to Nathan Huppert's there.
Yeah, Nathan Huppert's is dropped a spot as well.
Have to keep a close eye on this with Nathan Huppert's, Chris Whitaker, and then Stephen Lattimore. If all these guys catch up, we're going to have a battle for the lead, I think.
Well, I think so, especially with the GT3s getting in the way as well. Like, obviously there you saw on the replay, you know, Benjamin Faulkner, just turned in on Craig Edwards.
Yeah.
Like, he's the leader of the race. I'm sorry, I know you're in a battle yourself, but you don't do that.
No.
So I'm expecting Brian to jump in here in a minute and tell us someone's got a penalty, to be honest.
Yes, I reckon Craig definitely would have said something to race control then. As you can see, he's got a little bit of damage on that beamer too, on the left-hand front wheel. Bit of aero damage.
Yeah, she doesn't look too pretty.
No. But we've definitely got a three-way battle for the lead.
Well, that's gonna, you know, that's gonna be a positive for Justin, though.
Yeah, especially for the championship as well. Yeah, definitely.
Just as we hear some stuff happening in the background, something's going on. Brady McHugh, real slow.
He is.
What happened there?
Go back and have a look. Oh, turn one. 3 wide into turn one. Adam Gardner, Grant Matterford, and BJ Kennedy.
Another possible. Oh, look.
Oh, and then he just collected Brady, and they've been spun around.
So I would dare say that Race Control have their hand full at this moment,
Yes.
because that was nearly another GT3 getting in the mix and having a little bit of a tussle with a GT3 car.
Yeah.
Or the other way around, should I say, GT3 against the GTE, because you saw that he was taking evasive action. I don't know who it was, sorry, but yeah.
That GTE was definitely aware of what was going on and played it very safe.
That's why they're elite drivers, eh? They're pros and elites and GTEs. Yeah, so right now we have Brady McHugh, BJ Kennedy in the pits. So obviously that was from that accident that we just saw the instant replay of. Kyle Dawson has a 1.3 second lead over Kobe Jones for the GT3 category. Martin Casey is 12.6 seconds behind that. So that is
a fair gap.
massive. So
That
these,
is a massive
yeah,
gap.
Kyle Dawson, Kobe Jones, just coming in and going, yeah, look, we're going to have a run at this. And they've basically checked out. But
As I'm reading here in the race chat, Brady McHughes obviously was not happy with that incident.
I don't think he would be one bit as well.
No, especially
So-
after serving that 20-second
Penalty?
stop and hold.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, but we've definitely got a battle on for the lead here as Craig Edwards is right up Justin Wallace's rear wing.
Or behind.
Yeah, behind.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that. He's not going to settle for it. He'll
No.
definitely want to push back. But then again, look, pit stops have to happen. Lap 13 of a 24-lap race. It's a compulsory pit stop, so one of them's going to make a move sooner or later. And if you knew
we've
it,
still got 20 minutes to go yet too, so
yeah. So we're at the 21-minute mark now. Dude, they're pretty close in lap times. So Justin Wallace's fastest lap was 1:52.734, and Craig's was a 1:52.606.
and then you've got Philip Morton
yeah,
with a 1:53 pretty much flat. Nathan Hupperts has still got the fastest lap time of the race. Chris Whitaker and Stephen Lattimore with a 1:53.4. So Steve's actually off the pace a little bit.
dude, there has to be something going on there. Reading the Facebook chat, I don't think Brady's happy.
No, I don't really blame him. But
Yeah, especially what's been going on as well. You know, the penalty then taken out. You know,
it's just not his night, I don't think.
nah, it's not. But we're seeing this gap close between all these boys, eh?
Yes.
So the front four, as Philip Morton internet is having massive issues.
I literally just seen that.
Yeah, he's like here, there, gone, everywhere. That's going to make it harder for Nathan to pass him.
That's what I find in races too. You come up behind guys like that and you're too scared to pass them because you don't know where they are on the track.
Yeah, exactly, because you don't know netcode and all this kind of stuff that throws into play. But look what's happening. Look at the closing gap, right, between first and fourth. No offense to Justin, but you're compressing the field here. You're making it harder for yourself.
Although he's probably got team orders to slow him down for Steve.
Probably. He's probably in the Discord saying, hey, mate, pull it up a bit, eh?
Yeah, slow these guys down a bit for me, can you?
As you can see on the onboard shot, you can see Craig Edwards, Beamer, hunting down that Porsche.
Brady McHugh's been in the pits for a while.
Yeah, he's in Facebook. I think he's given up.
He's still on track on my screen. He's still sitting in the car.
Is he? Oh, he's probably on Facebook on his phone.
Probably is.
Right, everyone.
We've definitely got a battle on again for the lead for the GT3s as Kobe Jones has caught up to Kyle Dawson.
Yeah, that one's going to play out a bit.
It is. Other than that, everyone else is pretty much spread out. It's really the top 6 for GTEs and the top 2 for the GT3s is where the battles are at the moment.
Yeah, they played nice tonight, even though that we've actually seen a little bit of action, but...
Yeah, as Stephen Lattimore is right up behind Chris Whittaker's bottom at the moment.
Whoa, Philip Morton got past Craig Edwards.
Oh, what's happened there? Let's rewind it. Ah, he's done it coming into...
Steve Bartholomew in the pits as well.
Craig Edwards has pretty much just let Philip Morton go by coming into the last lot of chicanes.
Yeah, but he hasn't set... Like, even Philip Morton himself, the last lap, obviously with the blink and his internet issues, it's not giving me a lap time for his last lap. So is it the fact that Craig is going to pit now?
Well, either way, this is actually playing out rather well for Justin.
Very well. And not only that, they bunched this field up even more, and Steve Lattimore in that 6th position is... They're reeling them back in.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, Chris is down to 2.8 seconds, so I'll watch that gap and see what happens, because you can see in one shot there, from first all the way back to 6th.
Yeah.
So definitely, let's see what...
Yeah, 5 seconds over the whole field.
Oh, just as you can see, Stephen Lattimore, oh, he was looking down the inside there into the NG key chicane. I wouldn't want to be doing that, as we called it. Look at that, Craig Edwards in the pits. He's going to do his pit stop now.
Now, you'd think the rest of the lot would come in for the next lap, wouldn't you?
Oh, they'd have to.
Is Stephen Lattimore going to make a move on Chris Whittaker? He is. As someone's locked up going in turn 1, but Stephen Lattimore...
He's got through it. Let's see what the exit speed's like. Chris is giving a wide berth into the next corner where it's going to matter. Is he going to cut his nose off?
He's not giving it up.
No, not at all. No, he's done it. Good job.
As talking about that, Philip Morton has closed the gap on Justin Wallace. It is half a second on my timing screen.
How's that? He's doing a stellar job of driving tonight.
He is.
Alright, well,
we're going to have a look at the GT3s here. Kyle Dawson's got a lead over Kobe Jones.
1.3 at the moment. Craig Edwards did a 31.6 stop, or lane time, or total time, and a 7.7 second stop. So, let's see what happens with these boys. See if they're going to come up, pull into the pits, and see what's going to happen there. Because I know Craig, he'd fill it to basically that checkered flag and it would run out.
Yes. Brady McHugh has left the race too.
Oh, he just wrote in Facebook chat, Brady McHugh might come back, repairs.
So he's obviously used his fast repair and...
Right, Nathan's coming in, Philip and Justin staying out. I'm sorry, man, that's a bad move for Justin.
I reckon Philip's going to get him here, as Justin's going on to defence.
Yeah, massive defensive there.
Massive. But, yeah, this is one to watch, as Stephen Lattimore's I can see in the background there. Justin's locked up.
Yeah, but Philip went wide.
This is definitely one to watch.
The more they fight, Stephen Lattimore's going to get right on the back.
Yeah, that's
But when they do
exactly
their
right.
pit stop, where's Craig going to come out in the whole battle of that? Because he
Yeah.
gave that spot back to Philip. So unless Craig punches out absolutely some killer times,
Which Nathan Huppert's still got the fastest lap time.
yeah, this is going to be an interesting race, this one.
As Craig Edwards has just passed Nathan Huppert's.
Yeah, he's Nathan's
Yeah, an
done his
8
pit
point-
stop,
An
8.3.
8.4.
And we've got Adam Gardner that's had his pit stop. David Miller as well. Gary Cousins has done his.
So
Steve
the
Bartholomew,
top 7 guys have not pitted yet in GTEs.
not yet.
As Cole Dawson's just coming into the pits for the GT3s.
That's going to give Kobe Jones the lead of the race for probably, I recommend, 1 or 2 laps.
Yes.
I don't think he'd want to stay out there long. He'd want to get it over and done with, because if there is a deficit of timing, he'd want to have more time in that battle, trying to put the pressure on and make a mistake rather than try and win in the pit stop. If that made any sense.
Yeah, sorta.
Yeah, sorta. Oh, look,
Sorta.
Justin Wallace, Philip Morton, bang, in the pits.
Yeah.
All
Now,
right.
is Stephen Lattimore going to follow? He is. And Chris Whittaker. They're all in the pits together.
Oh, nice.
So where is Craig Edwards going to end up from this? This is going to be interesting.
So, Craig's coming through NGK at the moment. About to come on to the last corner. As you can see, Scott Chambers just jumping in the pits in front of him. Let's stay on the high shot here. So we can see where they come out. Dude,
As Justin
look
has
at
just
this.
got out. Oh,
he's gapped them. Gapped
He's done.
them. Look at the difference.
how does he do it?
Mate, he should write a handbook. He should write a handbook on the best plays.
As Philip Morton
look
and
at the
Nathan
fight.
Huppert's are fighting.
Philip Morton is not going to be happy with that one bit.
So what happened to Stephen Lattimore? He had a 46.1 lane stop and a 22.2.
So obviously
Yeah.
he's got that optionals. He's got that optional repair and he's taken
So
it.
he's obviously already taken his fast repair, has he?
Yeah, well, he got caught up and stuff, didn't he? No,
No, he
he
didn't.
hasn't pitted. As in Kobe Jones is just pulling into the pits now as well. So this is going to be interesting to see where Kyle Dawson is going to end up. I highly doubt, from the speed and the placing of where his car is, that he's going to get out in front. But we will see.
Cole Dawson is just coming through the last chicanes now. Kobe Jones, he's been in there. Oh, he's away. Kobe Jones is away.
Yeah, Kobe's going to have it.
And Cole Dawson's just coming onto the final stretch now.
Oh, the speed difference. Nah, he's got it easy. And it's turn 1. So the only 2 cars that haven't pitted are just pulling into the pits as we speak. But Steve Lattimore, it's not his night tonight, is it? At all.
No.
Now
no,
he's getting
it's-
absolutely attacked by Darren Huxon.
Well, you've got David Miller, Adam Gardner, Darren Huxman, Stephen Lattimore, all in that battle there, in that group.
Alright, let's look how the top 5 are going. Craig Edwards, 3 seconds. Over
As
Justin Wallace.
he's putting in some laps too. Craig Edwards' fastest lap time of 1:52.3.
Has he beaten the fastest lap yet? There you go.
Yeah.
Bang.
He
Lap
has.
17. So when they were pulling into the pits, he did a 1:52.3. That's just like, okay, I'm done playing now. Let's go smash some good lap times.
Well, did Craig take his optional repairs?
Nah. You got a fast repair, so you would have just smashed that, hey?
True. Yes, very true.
Dan Page in the Facebook chat. Ross, what do you think? Mitch should give up racing and just be a full-time commentator, hey?
Don't worry, I've thought about it.
Oh, I reckon the next race you should just take out Dan Page.
He
Oh,
doesn't know
sorry,
how to drive.
we can't say that. Can we?
Ah, we can.
It's only race on Oz, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, Steve's going to message me later. I've given you good airtime tonight. That'll make up for it. Oh, I've just seen Wayne G. Hewitt just drop down. He's done a spin. It looks like by all himself.
Yes, he's still on the grass.
Let's see if we can get an instant replay of that one. Them Porsches are known for that though. Drop a
They
wheel,
are.
you're gonna spin.
That's exactly right.
No, replay's doing its thing again.
Got a battle on here for 10th, 9th and 8th. As Darren Huxman's going to make the move on Adam Gardner. Down into turn 1.
Let's see how they pull out of this one. Late on the brakes, that Beamer compared to the Ferraris.
Wow.
See the massive difference between the Beamer, the Ferrari, and the Porsche there?
Either that or...
No, but the Ferrari's on the
backed
inside
out.
line.
He might have backed out of it a bit to get the undercut like he has done now.
Yeah, to get that exit speed a little bit faster. Get on the
Yeah.
gas a little bit earlier. But look, now the Porsche is going to round it up.
Porsche's going to take advantage.
Yeah.
Around the outside, but he will have the
Yeah,
inside.
watch
for
the
the
inside
next
line
one.
in the second gear corner here. You've got to get the power down real quick.
It's going to be interesting. Will Darren Huxman take defensive? No, he's very late on the brakes.
Yeah, that Beamer is, eh? But look what it's doing for the team, mate. Adam Gardner's just like, see ya.
Yeah,
Like, look at the gap already.
as
And
these
six
guys are
corners, 7
fighting,
corners.
because these guys are fighting, Gary Cousins is actually catching up very slowly. Better jump back up to the front as we have a three-way battle for second place.
Oh, and for, Justin's now doing the little blinking.
Wow. Wow. Philip Morton on the defensive.
Watch the exit. Oh, front right lock up from Justin. That would have scared Nathan a little bit. But Philip Morton's got that in the bag.
Craig Edwards' last lap was a 152.349, so he's on a mission at the moment. He's already got out to a 5.5 second lead, so he's just going to run away with it.
Yeah, well, look at that. Again. 152.3, 152.3. He's just doing it lap by lap. Justin Wallace all over the back of Philip Morton. He's got a little bit. Don't think anything's going to happen. Nathan Huppert's just seen an entry here to have a fight here.
Nathan Huppert's got the speed.
Philip Morton
he's on
going
the
wide. Justin Wallace getting a little bit over that bump. Even Nathan Huppert's as well, so it's going to disadvantage all three of them at the same time.
Looking at their last lap times, Justin Wallace was the slowest with a 154.4, Philip Morton with a 154 dead, and Nathan Huppert's with a 153.6. So it's going to be interesting coming into the last couple of laps.
Well, we're on lap 21 of 24.
Yes, just under 5 minutes remaining.
Kyle Dawson is caught up to the back of Kobe Jones. He's only 0.7 of a second behind. That's going to be another interesting one behind. But look at the drop between them. 24 seconds.
They're in a race of their
24
own.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. The GT3.
As Kyle Dawson was doing the old Houdini trick just then a minute ago.
Oh, disappear or reappear.
Disappear and reappear.
Yep. Sponsored by Australian NBN. Can't lose this battle between second, third, and fourth in GTEs though. Craig's
Nah.
like, thanks guys, you just battle it out on your own.
Yes. As Scott Chambers is weaving all over the track to try and get past Wayne Hewitt at the moment.
Oh, touched him, spin. And he's going to wait for him. Oh, that is
Oh no.
Yeah, that's just... What do you got to do, mate? What do you got to do?
At least he did the right thing
He
and
did.
stopped and waited.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
That is respect. I'll give him respect for that.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I'm not going to say
Most-
nothing to that.
No, most drivers would just drive off. See you later.
Nah, then we'd have Ryan in here in like 30 seconds saying, hey, mate, you're going to go and have a little bit of a time in you. See your pit crew there, mate. Philip Morton feeling the pressure as you see him jump the curb. Oh, Nathan Huppard's up the back of Justin. That was taking evasive action not to tap Philip Morton, but Justin Wallace up the inside onto the final, and he must have a slowdown. Philip Morton must have a slowdown.
Look who's lurking in the background. Chris Whitaker. This could turn into a four-way battle.
He's got pace.
Although
As
there
you
is
see
only
that beamer. Just
2
go-
laps.
Oh,
Justin Wallace. He likes locking up there, doesn't he?
yeah. Not only that, that beamer of Nathan Huppard's got really loose in the rear end as he's doing the Houdini trick, as you say. He flashed a little bit.
Well, the track temp has dropped dramatically.
Let's have a crack. 24
It's 24.
degrees.
And when we started, it was at 31, 32. As
Do you
Craig
think
Edwards is coming up behind the back of the leading GT3s at the moment, so this might play out
For Kobe.
for Kobe. Depending if Craig he's got enough lead, he can just back off and let these guys battle. So
In the minute 48, I don't know. He's got that apex exit thing going on that he does.
especially with that last lap time he just did, a 151.9. So he's not backing
Fastest.
off.
The fastest in the race.
He is not backing off, Craig.
Not one bit. But you can see the gap spacing between second, third, and fourth. Are they just going to settle? Are they just going to have it? But Kyle Dawson would be the one to watch. He's the one that's going to be making the move.
As Stephen Lattimore's moved back up to 6th.
Kobe Jones massively defensive into turn 1. Let's try and get a better shot of this. Is he going to get that faster exit? Turns in, does not hit. A bit of a wide line. Can he get that run in to the next corner? No. How frustrating is that going to be for him? He needs
And this
to
will be
get
the
that.
last lap too, if I'm correct.
These guys are absolutely putting it on.
This is one to watch, I think.
No, look at this. Nathan Huppard's and the
Oh.
Philip Morton fight. That's coming back alive.
Because these two guys are fighting, Justin Wallace is just going to run away, I reckon.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Justin's just going to do one more lap. It's 12 seconds left. Where's Craig? Definitely, it has to be the final lap. Alright, let's go watch this Kobe Jones, Kyle Dawson fight. As you can see, Craig Edwards bouncing over the curves just behind them. This is the final lap of the race. So the boys in front, Kobe and Kyle, will have another lap to go. But as far as Philip and Justin go, or Philip and Nathan, this is their final lap. So if the move needs to be done with Nathan, he has to do it right now.
Oh, Philip Morton over the top of the curbs.
Oh, that is just ended it there. Nathan Harpett's just bounced off too much of a curb. And that's it. Understeers into the last corner. Craig Edwards will take out the win. Followed by Justin Wallace and Philip Morton with Nathan Harpett's right behind. As you can see that Craig Edwards jumped on the brakes straight away, but let's have a look at the GT3 up front fight before we go through all the results for tonight's race, because this action is too good to miss. With a 34-second lead over third place.
Might even jump on board with Kobe Jones. Now, is he going to settle for second, or is he just going to fight for it?
I don't know, they're taking two different lines into every single corner.
They are.
I don't think he's got it.
Nah. He just ran wide then,
Yeah,
Kobe
he did.
Jones.
That's going to cost him.
Unless Kyle Dawson makes a mistake, I can't see it happening.
It'd have to be a big mistake.
Yeah. It'd have to be a slowdown.
Yeah, that's what it would be. Even then, wouldn't you just run it to the line?
You get black flagged anyway, so.
Yeah.
He's not holding back.
No, not at all. But that's it.
That's
Done
it.
and dusted. Kyle Dawson is going to hold out Kobe Jones. That
He's
was
run out of fuel.
Oh, he has to. He has to.
He's run out of fuel.
Go to the line. You've got 26 seconds.
Other than that, it was a pretty good and clean race.
That was a good race. All right, let's go to the GTE results for tonight. Craig Edwards gets it, the win once again. He's only come, what, P2 once, I think. Justin Wilson, yeah, he's got an all-time record at the moment. I think we seriously got to look at banning him from the Beamer.
I think so.
Yeah, we made a joke about it last week that he needs to start running the GT3 class, but still be classed in the GTE category. Yeah. So Justin Wallace in P2, Philip Morton in P3, Nathan Huppets in P4, Chris Whitaker takes out 5th, Stephen Lattimore in 6th. That's not going to help his championship position there. Adam Gardner in 7th, Daryl Huxon in 8th, David Miller in 9th, Gary Cousins in 10th. Let's go over the page for Stephen Bartholomew in 11th, Pat Gallo in 12th, William Mitchell in 13th, Scott Chambers in 14th, Wayne G. Hewitt in 15th, and Ryan is race control. Let's go to the GT3 results. It's Kyle Dawson that takes out the win over Shove Motorsports' Kobe Jones. Just like that was a battle in ages, that was.
That was a very good battle.
Martin Casey gets 3rd. Scott Campbell in 4th, Dean Redder in 5th, Grant Medford in 6th, Simon Ladder in 7th, Benjamin Faulkner in 8th, Ben Arthur in 9th, BJ Kennedy in 10th. Over the page to Brady McHugh, and Kester Mack is in race control. So Brady didn't have a really good tonight either, did he?
No, kind of all went pear-shaped for him.
Yeah, unfortunate for that, but hey, thanks to the sponsors, Century Batteries Lismore, for coming on board and making this series happen. It was awesome. So as we don't have anyone in the waiting room tonight, maybe we might not do interviews.
That's a bit unfortunate. Come on, first night.
Well,
Got an
where
interview.
are they? Yeah, where are they all?
Where's Craig? You're probably sick of coming in here.
Oh, well, there's Justin.
Oh, there's Justin.
Justin's waiting. Do you want to talk to Justin?
We'll talk to a fellow race on Oz.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no love lost there. Eh? You moved to
No.
111. All right. Let's bring Justin in. All right, let's move him. Oh, no, Craig's in there as well.
Justin or Craig? Which one?
Nah, we'll start from the bottom first and go up. Let's go Philip Morton.
Righto.
All right. Phil, how you going, buddy?
Oh, pretty knackered after that.
That was a bit of a full-on race, mate.
It was a bit. I was quite surprised at how quick Justin and Nathan were. They were really, really on the money, so kept me honest the entire time.
What was up with your internet? You were flashing a bit there.
Well, I don't know. If my internet was flashing, hopefully they were sorting out my NBN, which they still haven't actually put on my connection.
Doing some Houdini tricks for us.
It'd be nice if it was, but I very much doubt it.
All right. We have a new commentator on board, William. Oh, William. Jesus.
Hi, William. How you doing, Bill?
Hi, William. All right, Mitch Wiley. So, Mitch, interview Phil.
Oh, God. Phil, that was a pretty good race on your behalf. Good little battle up there between you, Justin, and Nathan Hupperts. How did you find it?
Well, actually, it was great. One of the best battles I've had in AMF. Great driving by both of them. Very, very close. Even with the odd bit of bumper scraping here and there, there was nothing that ever was going to kill anyone. So it was a really tight fight. Really dirty with myself for throwing it away on the second to last lap. Catching that inside curb. Yeah, I got a 1 second slowdown. So had to let them up the inside. Didn't feel it was fair if I balked them. So
what was the
deal
deal with?
Good to watch.
What was the deal with the overtake on Craig Edwards before the pit stops?
On Craig?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean?
You went past him one lap before he went into the pits.
Yeah, he got a slowdown through the chicane, and yeah, I got to pass him as a result of the slowdown. He couldn't get past me again, so he decided to pit because he was faster, like overall lap pace than me. So he got ahead that way.
Yeah, cool. See, you're making this this appearance in this comm booth every week as well. Hey, Phil.
Well, I seem to be stuck in third or second. I need to get that top step, but Craig keeps stealing it from me. So I have to work on it.
He needs to be dropped down a class, I reckon. He needs to be dropped to 2 days.
Yeah, but then he's still going to be racing against the blimmin' GTEs.
He will be, too.
He'd probably be up the back of the pack of the GTs.
Yeah. He's a quick man, that guy. Still working, closing the gap to him, but yeah, it's good to have that competition though, because if you didn't have that target to aim for, then what else would you be doing? It's always fun.
That's it. All right, open mic. By all means, give a shout out to all your sponsors, your teammates, and everyone. Go for it.
Yeah, sure. Just want to shout out to Darren, who got his highest ever finish in 8th. Mini Benny, or Hayden, as he's properly known, for his
bottom step of a podium. That was an awesome drive from you tonight, mate. All the best for next week, and also the championship as well.
Yeah, and thanks to you guys, and of course Ryan for putting it on. We wouldn't be here without it, so thank you.
No worries, mate. All right.
See you guys next week.
Will do. While we're here, let's bring in Justin Wallace. And Mitch, this is all yours, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate.
All yours. Justin.
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
Hey, Justin, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good.
That's the way. Interesting battle there between you, Philip, and Nathan Hufferts. How did you find that?
Yeah, that was awesome. That was pretty intense near the end there, and there was a couple of side-by-sides. It was a couple of little bumps. It was cool. You
definitely like locking up them brakes on going into turn 1, though.
Yeah, I did feel them locking up a couple of times, or maybe a few more. I was braking as deep as I could to try and not let them dive down on me.
Yeah, no, it was awesome to watch, mate. Awesome watch. You've done well. Anything you want to say, Steve? I'm lost at the moment.
Nah, good run, mate, Justin. That was good, mate. So by all means, while you're in here and you have the open mic and all that kind of stuff, give a big shout out to your team sponsors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, thanks to the Race on Oz boys and the Harvey Bay Autoglass, and the rest of the sponsors on the forum, I think.
Yeah, there's a few.
There is a few. Yeah, and thanks to AMF and you guys for doing the commentary. And yeah, that was fun.
No worries. But that's the middle step of the podium again, Justin. You gotta get that Porsche back up the front, mate.
Yeah, well, I was hoping to come out a bit closer to Craig after the pit stop, but his pit must have been insane.
Yeah, his pit was the same as yours, if not a little bit quicker. But after he come out, he just put the foot
first.
down.
Yeah, it was the first lap that he put in that made the difference.
Yeah, he just got that little gap, and then couldn't catch him.
You're too busy defending from the other guys.
Too busy locking up in turn 1.
I'll have to have a watch, see what it looked like.
Nah, it was all good, man. Nah, stellar race, man. It was, we're not putting it down at all. It was an awesome race to watch. It's probably one of the best of the season, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, it was real good. It was fun. Loads of fun.
Oh,
must be the good luck charm.
Yeah,
yeah. You can commentate more often than Mitch. Were
you happy with second, are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. That's good.
Nah, you done a good job, mate. Good race.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Until next week. Thanks for joining us in the commentary booth, bud.
All right, thanks, lads.
All right, let's bring in the usual guy that comes in pretty much every week. And he comes
cleared his car.
Comes and talks to us every week as he's. Oh, sorry, mid-conversation. My bad.
Okay. Hello, gentlemen.
Craig, how you going, buddy? We're talking
Good thing
again.
I wasn't swearing.
Nah, that's all right. We can get away with a few, but not always. So, what a drive, mate. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, just got it done, I guess. It was sort of slipping away a little bit until the pits.
Well, especially when you had a little bit of an accident with the 342 car.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward. I was flashing the lights as I was coming up to the pair of them because they were side by side. I guess he just didn't notice as it came down to turn 1. I almost got the car back out of it, but yeah, it was a bit unfortunate. So apologies.
No, well, he turned in and you, clear as day. So
yeah, but you still don't want to hit anyone nose to tail.
Yeah, true. But look, it's GTE, the fastest dude in GTE are coming up. You can get out of the way.
Fastest car out on track by well over a second too.
Yeah,
so
that's won like 7 in a row.
after you come out of the pits, you've just thought, nah, stuff it. I'm putting the foot down.
Yeah, I think there was a little damage on the car after that bingle. And once it took the fast repair at the stop, the thing was pretty hooked.
Yeah.
It helped that I think the track temp came down as well,
It sure did.
which really helped lap times on the main.
Well, that was the fastest lap on lap 17, hey?
Uh,
As soon as you come out of the pits, your first lap.
oh
was the
yeah, at the
fastest.
time it was. Yeah, that's right.
So, you know, Nathan Huppert's held it from lap 2 until lap 17 where you got it when you got out the pits.
Right. I thought I might have had it all the way. I'll have to work on that.
Oh, sorry, bud.
No, it's okay. Actually, I was really struggling to get away in that first part of the stint. All three of the boys behind Justin, Philip, and Nathan were keeping up really well. I was starting to feel.
Well, you did a stellar job, and not only that, winning this race, it's kind of a given that you actually lead the championship by 182 points before this race.
Right. I think at this point, if I stop turning up, that might be the only way I get knocked off. So.
Yeah, I
think it's
was
looking-
joking about that at the start of the broadcast. I think you would have to bomb every race for the end of the season not to win it. So I think after this one, don't quote me, ask Ryan, but yeah, if Nick's one goes all right, I think you've got it in the bag by miles.
Yeah, if you run out of drop rounds in this series, it's tough to come back from. But yeah, I've almost got them up my sleeve now.
Pretty much. No, but hey, look, another time you're in the commentary booth with us blokes, it just shows how well of a driver or how good of a driver you are and how well you can navigate a track, especially under pressure, coming back out of, having a tangle with someone. and then obviously the car damage as well. That you just go put your head down and hit apexes and X's, and that's it's a good demonstration for these boys on the broadcast to see this, that what the AMF GT Dev Series is a development series, and you're on the top step. And yeah, it's awesome to show that, mate, that you can come out of any situation, having bingle with someone and still take out the top spot by a fair few seconds.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Appreciate that.
No, it's all. But mate, you have an open mic again. By all means, shout out to all your team, your sponsors, your mates, and everything. Go for it, mate.
No worries. Yeah, big thanks to my team, Fusion Sim Racing, powered by AWS. Commiserations to Nathan for just missing out on the podium tonight. And our sponsors, Carter Plastering, Dripping Paint Graphics, and Eclipse Signage. And I'm going to hold down the button a little bit longer. Did you get it all?
Sure did. Sure did, because it cut out.
Finally.
Yeah, last time, yeah. Nah, by all means, mate. Great race tonight, and we will see you back here next week. And
all right, well, we'll see about that one. But
he's like, nah, I got drop rounds, eh? See you, boys. I'm gonna enjoy a nice Sunday night off.
I still need to find out whether or not I've knocked Trent off the consecutive win streak yet.
I think you're at 7.
Yeah, I forgot what he got to though. It was a pretty high number.
We'll check on that, and I'll verify it next week when you're sitting on the couch watching the broadcast.
No worries.
All right.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
All right, no worries. Thanks for joining us once again, bud.
Okay, take care.
Oh, well, that's it from us at Podium Broadcasting. What a race it was. A big shout out to Century Batteries Lismore for coming on board and helping out the AMF GT Dev Series. This wouldn't happen without you guys. If you're over that way in the New South Wales or on the coast, by all means, you need any batteries or anything like that, get in touch with these guys. They will help you out. A big thanks to Mitch Wiley for joining us in commentary booth for this first time. How did you find it, buddy?
That was good. It was good. Definitely won't be the last time.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting race tonight. So
It was very interesting.
So
But a good race at that.
I must admit, it was a good race. It was clean at times. Only a little couple of mistakes, nothing too major. But hey, that's what happens in racing. When you put that many cars on one track that's that small, it's bound to happen in 2 classes as well. So
Yeah.
it still ain't as bad as IMSA.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, true as. All right, from us at Podium Broadcasting, I'm Steve Kirk. That's Mitch. And tune in next week for another AMF GT Dev race.
Safety car, safety car, safety car. Slow down, single file, guys. Single file, safety car, safety car.